I bought my own.
Yeah, but you had
I
one
told you the
before.
story.
Yeah, before we had the.
No, you never gave me one.
No.
Yeah.
Did you tell the story on the podcast?
I
ever?
did, didn't I?
Did you?
I did.
Yeah.
But what?
Last podcast.
That's a good flashlight story, but we can't be telling the same story twice.
Yeah, some girl, basically, Cliff Notes, girl wouldn't fuck him. He took her to a porn shop and bought a flashlight while she was staying with him. That's hilarious. And then that's the worst feeling in the world when you're like really attracted to a chick and really into her, and then you come, like whether you jerk off or something, and then you're just like, what?
Post-nut syndrome.
Yeah, post-nut syndrome.
Post-nut syndrome is huge, man. That's
life-changing shit. You realize how much your dick is kidnapping your whole brain.
You don't learn that shit till like deep
20s.
in your 30s, and when you finally figure it out, you got kids, you finally figured out, oh shit, like no matter how much you think you want to fuck a chick, man, when you bust that nut, the truth comes out. It's just like, you remember that bit you had with the long bus?
Yeah. That's what it's like when your dick is hard. When you're in normal life, the bit was like, in normal life, you're driving, you're in control, you're at the wheel, you decide which way you go. When your dick is hard, it's like you're sitting in the back seat of a really long bus, and there's some other dude up there driving. But he's way the fuck up there, and you can barely talk to him. There's all this, all this noise, and you're like, do you even know where you're going? And he yells, shut the fuck up and sit down. And you just go, oh, this guy's a dick. I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, post-nut syndrome will once you figure it out, it's like it's almost like a trick.
It's a total trick because if you're not in like maintenance mode, if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not jerking off on a regular basis, you can get frantic. Like guys can get frantic. Like someone needs to touch my dick. Someone needs to touch my dick. Like if you go like a couple weeks without beating off, and then you're around someone you're attracted to, you literally become insane. You become like an insane person.
Man, I don't know how many times I could have banged a chick. Now, this is when I was single, my single years. I could have banged a chick, and I thought about the post-nut syndrome, and I thought, you know what, I really, really, really want to fuck her right now, but god damn it, let me just jerk off. You bust a nut, you're like, thank God!
Thank God.
Thank God I didn't call that bitch. Like right away, you know that'll cure you.
Yeah.
If you jerk off and you still want to see the chick,
then you really like
you're
her.
in love. Yeah, you really like her. Or if you bust a nut and you don't want to throw her out the fucking window, you probably like her. You want to go get some lunch? If you want to go get lunch after you bust a nut, you want to go watch a movie or something, you really like the chick.
Is a real problem in relationships that nobody wants to own up to, and that problem is that women are essentially drug dealers, and that drug is pussy, and it's the best feeling drug on earth. It's, when you're horny and you're getting some pussy and you're like, I can't even believe I'm getting pussy here. When you're having sex, you're like, I can't believe this is even happening, because you wanted it so bad. And especially if you've been on a dry spell. Like, what's your longest dry spell?
Like in high school and shit?
Ever in life.
Damn, dude, I don't know. That's a long time. I used to work at a strip club. There wasn't that many dry spells. Come on.
I had a 6-month one when I was 19. It was devastating. That was a long one, man.
Yeah, when you're a teenager, I remember the dry spells being so long, thinking, man, I would fantasize about what the next girl I'm gonna fuck would look like and what's she gonna be like. Is it gonna be 6 months? Is it gonna be a year and a half? I mean, I would think like it was like a fantasy thing, but that was way back in the day.
Way back in the day before you discovered this is a place where they grow. They just grow on trees.